on 103.5 WEZL. Josh Thompson, he's talking. Shut up. I missed it.
Sorry.
You said it sounded like the Eagles. I was like, I'll take that.
Yeah, no. It reminded me. The first time I played it, we played it one morning on the radio, and I said, that's an Eagles song. What is that? And it's got the same chord run as Already Gone.
It's a good song, man.
It's got that same in the refrain. It's got that same kind of thing going on, and it just hit me. That's an Eagles song.
Yep.
Stole it.
That's cool. It doesn't. We won't tell anybody.
I mean, if you're gonna rob from somebody, it might as well be the Eagles.
Might as well be good. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it sounded like a Billy Currington song.
No. Hey.
Hey, man.
Hey.
I stole that from Billy Gilman.
There you go. That song, after I saw you over here at Reds back in November last year, I was online, and you had done an acoustic version of that on the sidewalk, and it looked to me like on the lower end of Broadway, down toward the waterfront.
Yep, that's where
in Nashville,
close to Tootsie's actually.
Yeah.
I think just down the street from Tootsie's. So,
you guys just packed up and went out on the sidewalk and started playing.
Yeah, pretty much. We'd been filming kind of in the bar and doing a couple of those scenes, and they're like, let's just go set up on the sidewalk, and then so we did, and we had a drum with brushes and a stand-up bass, and just kind of.
I thought it was extremely cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
It's no polish, just here we are.
He's going to be at a place that you're always talking about, 12th and Porter. You got some kind of a fan thing coming up in June, don't you?
Yeah, my first fan club party is actually in June 7th. I believe.
Yeah.
But he's always talking about that place.
That's a good room.
Yeah.
That's a good room to play up there.
I wish I had, like, if I wish I win the lottery, because I would buy 12th and Porter and 3rd and Lindsley and just switch the names. And I know it doesn't sound exciting to a lot of people.
No.
I think that would be hilarious.
Oh, I got you. People wouldn't be able to find 12th and Porter because it'd be down 3rd and Lindley.
Right. And if you wanted to go to 3rd and Lindsley, then it would be on
up at 12th and Porter. That's it. That's great.
Does your mind always work like this?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I heard you say you were reading the Johnny Cash autobiography on the road. Are you a student of the music, or just of Johnny in particular? Or?
I am. I'm a student of that, all that music. I mean, I'm big into Haggard and Waylon. I mean, I've read everything I could on those guys. Have all the records, and I'm about halfway through Johnny's book now. I'm right where him and Dylan hook up and start doing all kinds of fun.
God, that's like talking about the gods on Olympus, isn't it? I mean, when you start talking about people like Cash and Dylan and Jennings, I mean that really is like reading mythology, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is, and and they had absolutely no idea at the time that they were.
They didn't know what day it was.
Shaping country music and America, and going to affect so many people. So
across the board, I mean, on the pop side, on the rock side, I mean, all the way across, those two, pretty much laid the groundwork for everybody who's ever going to write a song.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, that's really incredible. And that last music he put out, we still.
Yeah.
If Marty Stewart never did anything else in his life, him getting Johnny to sit down and talk and record those last 4 or 5 albums, just incredible.
Yeah.
It really was.
Speaking of history, what was it like the very first time you played the Opry stage? I mean, was that as a religious experience that everybody talks about?
Yes, it was extremely religious. I almost threw up. It was so religious.
I bet.
I mean, that's one of those things. It's like, man, I can't wait. One day I'm gonna play the Opry, and then it, the day comes and it's like, well, I didn't really think that this was actually going to happen, and then you're it's just you're standing next to Whispering Bill Anderson and little Jimmy Dickens, and then they call your name, and there you go walking out there. It's just nerve-wracking to know that all the guys we talked about, and,
absolutely,
everybody is stood on that stage, and it's just a hard place to be in and not forget words.
It's almost like you're on that spot and they're all standing there looking at you.
Yes.
All those people who've been there before are looking at you, daring you to screw it up.
Yeah, judging.
So even though you call it a religious experience, it's one that's really full of pressure on you.
It is, and
to
I don't
perform.
think it's like pressure that anybody sees or anybody is putting
Just
on you. It's just like self-induced pressure.
Right, exactly.
And yes, it is very religious. I mean, and I've played it probably 12 times now, and now I can actually step back and like look at the circle and look out and be think to myself, wow. Look, yeah.
How do you like me now?
That's awesome.
That's great.
Have you played the Ryman when it's in season? And I mean, is that as cool?
Yes, I played the Ryman about at least half the amount of times I played the Opry because I played the Opry for the first time September '09, and the flood came.
Yeah.
And then it was all at the Ryman. So then I played most of the time was at the Ryman, and that's even tenfold what the regular Opry house is.
Yeah, because for folks who don't remember, I mean that's where that was. I mean that was the home.
That was it.
That was the mother church.
Yep.
And then they built the big nice one out there on the outskirts of town, and that's a great thing too. But there's nothing like going back to that little room.
That place is it's just built. I mean, it was built forever ago.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that the thing is designed, and it's right across the alley from Tootsie's, and that's the reason they. Hank Sr. got kicked off the Opry is they'd go over. That was back when there was no drinking, not on the Opry.
Right.
And so he would go over there and get drunk and come back and make the second show.
Boy, wouldn't you love for somebody to, I mean, it's impossible now, but if somebody had been able to just be in that alley for a couple, 3 decades and just write down some of the conversations that went on in that alley between Tootsie's and the back door of the Ryman.
That'd be great.
I mean, I could not imagine the history that would have been made back then.
A lot of people would probably be trying to burn the book.
Probably so. Josh Thompson's with us this morning. He's on stage tonight out at the Coliseum. Dierks Bentley, Miss Willie Brown on stage as well. Back with more here in just a minute.
Now, Weasel Total